Hey guys, and welcome back for another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make these really cute carrot pouches perfect for Easter. So this pattern is located over at my blog, which is charmedbyashley.com. I am also going to give you the instructions on how not to use the pattern, but if you want to just simplify things, you can easily print that out for free and you can head over to there. The links will be in the description box and also in the information icon. So I cut out two of the pieces. Those measurements will be located over at my blog, so you want to grab those first. And then we are going to create the carrot piece of the bag, and I'm just measuring down 1 inch from one side and then slicing down towards the fold. And I did these two pieces both at the same time just to make it easier. And then that is going to be the carrot piece, and then I have two more squares and I'm going to put those with the right size facing the carrot like so, lining up those edges, and then we can take them over to the sewing machine and do a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Once you've done that seam, then you will open up the piece and we will do a top stitch. I like to do it on top of the orange fabric. And make sure that the seam on the underside is folded towards the side that you're sewing, and then that will just make it look a little bit more professional if you're selling these or if you're making them for your family. So of course you're going to repeat that with the other two pieces, so you will have two identical sides of the carrot bag. You're going to put both of those pieces together with the right sides facing each other. I'm going to pin those down just to make sure they are nice and secure and don't shift when I go to sew. We're going to sew down the side, down the carrot, back up the other side of the carrot, and back up the other side with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So if you have a serger, you are welcome to serge the edges to prevent fraying. If you don't, or if you just don't feel like it, like me, then you can take your pinking shears and just trim up those edges just so they won't fray when you go to use the bag. I am also going to be doing the top of the bag also, as I'm not getting too fancy. This is the fast way to do it, especially if you're making a bunch of them. If you have a ton of grandkids and you just want to bang a bunch of these out in one go, this is the fastest way to do it. So now I'm just going to fold down the top of the bag. The bag is still inside out, and I'm going to line up the edge of that top piece with where the orange starts. And then I will be doing two seams around, and I'll do it a little bit close to the orange part, probably about a 1/4 inch away, and then I'll do another seam beside it about a 1/2 inch away, and then that will create a casing for our ribbon. So I'm just going to, this is how I like to do it. So I'm sewing onto the outside of the bag with the bag inside out, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to go all the way around, and then after I've done the first one, I'll just move my foot over a 1/2 inch and repeat that same seam all the way around. I will be using a 1/2 inch grosgrain ribbon, but you are welcome to use any size as long as it fits in your casing, or you can use a silky cord or whatever you have and want to use. Shoelace, doesn't matter. So now I'm just going to flip it right sides out, and then I'm going to get a stitch ripper to do my next step. So to create the opening for the casing so that you can put your ribbon in, I'm going to be splitting the seam between the two rows of stitches. And you want to be very careful because it's very easy to pierce the fabric and also go all the way through or slice the fabric. So you're just going to try to just rip some of those stitches and open that up. You also want to make sure that you're in between the layers of fabric, because of course there are 2 layers of fabric there because you folded it on the inside. So because we put those two seams on either side, you don't have to worry about the side of your bag falling apart. So make sure you don't cut the rows of stitches that we put for the casing. So now I'm just going to take a safety pin and insert my ribbon into that little casing that we created. So you can do one long piece all the way around, or you can do two short pieces, one on either side. Totally up to you, whatever you decide. All of it looks good in the end. So I chose to do it both ways for the ones that I made. I made two, one for each of my kids. And then that is pretty much it. So you can fill it with goodies, treats, toys, whatever you have. It measures 9 inches in length, 5.5 inches in width. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you can be alerted of future videos. Also, I would love it if you would follow me on my social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and all of those links will be in the description box below. And you can also find me at my blog, which is charmedbyashley.com, and I have patterns over at Craftsy. I have Etsy. I have everything under the sun. So definitely hook up with me if you make this. I would love to see them, especially in your children's Easter baskets. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.